You're just checking. Okay. I don't think it's letting anyone else in. It's okay. We'll record it so we could send it to them. But I want you to think about your vision. Did you see someone from like our upline doing something amazing, or did you just see like, wow, like this business could really take me far? Like I don't have to work a 9 to 5 anymore. I could focus on what I want to do and I could really go after my goals with this business. So I want you to either write that down or just have it in your head. What is your vision? What brought you here? Like I said, my half of this Zoom is going to be super, super quick, but I just wanted to give you a rundown on my vision. As many of you know, I am like obviously a young mom. I got pregnant right after I got out of high school. I was fresh into nursing school, so that kind of like threw like a huge curveball ball into my plans. So this is when like God's timing really comes into play. For me, I was really struggling financially, mentally, physically, and Cassie came along and pretty much changed that all for me and the company. So God's timing, that is my vision. My vision is up here and it's so strong that every single day I think of it and I look at it and I'm like, holy crap, like this is what I want to do. I want to be able to quit my hospital job. I don't want to have to be there anymore. I want to go back to school and I want to be home with my daughter. So that is my vision. That is where I want the business to take me. I want this to be a full-time income. So if you're looking at your vision every single day, that is how you're going to level up. So something I wanted to ask you first and foremost is, are you truly ready to level up, not only in your business, but yourself as well? God is not going to hand you something that you are not 100% truly ready for. So, I know a ton of us have had a huge goal for July, a huge goal in general. I know a lot of you were running after 4K. I know a lot of you were running after VIPs. Me and Cassie are running towards 12K. We all literally had huge goals. And if you still, obviously, like if you're still in your first 13 days, you still have huge goals. And if you're still running for these, obviously 4K, 12K, we still have those goals in our head. But I wanted to make it clear to you guys that obviously we all have huge goals. And even if you didn't hit those goals, and even if you didn't even come close so far this month, I want you to know that it is okay because this is just a learning season and something that you're going to go through. So, something I've learned personally with this whole journey with the business and life in general is that every single thing that you go through is either a blessing or a lesson. In the business, in life, any type of scenario you could think of, you could literally say, like, okay, God gave this to me for a blessing, either bless my life or He did this to teach me a lesson. So, like for me, the last time that I was with this business, I didn't put in the work, and obviously I didn't go anywhere. So that was a lesson for me. Like you have to put in the work to go farther in life and in the business. So that's just an example for me personally. Like I said, any type of scenario, you could literally attach it to that blessing or that lesson. So everyone, like I said, was running for a VIP, you were running for a rank, but did you really level up in yourself and in your mindset to hit that rank? To be successful in this business, you have to be growing your mind and you have to be growing yourself more than anything. And you obviously have to be doing the IPAs. So, whenever you're first starting, I know some of you, I'm not too sure who else hopped on, but some of you are still in your first 14 days. Some of you are literally like fresh out of your first 14 days. Like you are just learning to run your business. And that is great. You want to keep leveling up and you want to grow your business, but there's going to be a point where you're going to have to level up because it's not going to be just about you anymore. It's not going to be just about you running your own business. When you start bringing in promoters like you need in your first 14 days, and obviously to start hitting ranks, you need to have those promoters. You're in charge of those people. You're in charge of keeping them in a straight line. You're in charge of them answering their questions, helping with three-way chats, helping explain what they're having trouble with. And if you are not strong enough and you are not confident enough in yourself and in your business, you're not going to be able to level up to help those people. So one of the biggest things, obviously, we talked about this before, so for you didn't hear this, but your mindset has to reach that destination before you ever will for multiple reasons. In this business, you want to hit 4K, you need promoters, you need to be able to bring in your own volume. So you need to work on yourself, and you need to work on yourself to the point where you can literally be able to duplicate what you're doing and teach other people what you're doing. So growing your mind, growing your business to the point where you could teach other people, that is huge. It's a whole entire different type of leveling up. I remember whenever I was only running my business, I was like, holy crap, like this is stressful. Like this is something that I have to grow through. And this is like a lesson that God has given me. I have to learn all this stuff and I have to be able to level up in myself. And then I started getting promoters of my own, and I'm like, holy crap, like you gotta level up again. Every single rank that you hit, every single period that you hit in your business, you're gonna have to level up one way or another. So that is pretty much all I wanted to say about that. You have to become a leader before you actually have to lead people. That's what's gonna take you far. Let me see, my notes are all over the place. I'm sorry. So one more point that I wanted to make was that our goals, whether that be obviously your VIP, growing in your mind, like adding a new type of thing that you want to do every single week, like a new trait or a new type of, I can't even think of the word right now. You're adding different goals to your plate, and your goals are so small compared to what God is going to give you when you truly level up. You want 4K, you want promoters to start coming in, but whenever you start truly leveling up on yourself, He's going to give you and reward you so much more. Last month, like I hit 4K. The month before that, Cassie hit 4K. This month, my goal was to grow by 2K. I literally invested in myself every single day. I try to invest in you guys as much as I can, obviously. We've brought in 7 new people as a team, which is literally huge. And my goal for the month was to grow by 2K. That's it. I wanted to hit 6K. And like whenever you're praying and whenever you're being diligent and whenever you're staying strong with those things, God's gonna reward you so much more. And like for me, my goal was obviously 6K this month, but I'm close to 10K now. Like he's like, okay, we're gonna surpass your goals. You're doing this, like keep doing what you're doing. Everything's a blessing or a lesson, and everything, all of your goals that you're picturing, God has something pictured so much bigger for you. You just have to show up, you have to level up, and you have to become that better version of you because God is waiting. He is waiting to reward you. You just have to level up and do the work. So, my half, like I said, I just wanted to have short and simple, just talk a little bit about God's timing, keeping your vision, why you're doing what you're doing. If you don't have a vision board, I really, really encourage you to make one, to get that together, to do all that. That way you have something to literally visually look at every single morning to get that fire lit under your feet, to get you going. Why are you here? Why are you doing this? Why do you want to be with this industry? So that's really all I have to say. I know Cassie wants to go over in depth, like IPAs. That's our income producing activities. If you're new and you haven't been doing IPAs, if you're still in your first 14 days, you obviously want to be growing and doing all that. So we're going to do that now. And my notes were a little bit all over the place. I feel like my entire week has been all over the place. So that's all I got to say, but I'll hand it over to Cassie.
Hi. Sorry, guys. The night before Shane leaves, like, cause he always leaves like early in the morning, so Isabella's not up. It's like always the most emotional night ever. So that's what it was tonight. So I'm like, I have to go, but it was like so sad. So sorry that it took a little bit longer than usual, but I kind of want to just go into IPAs in detail because I feel that sometimes whenever we say income producing activities and these are the IPAs, sometimes people have trouble with it. And one thing that I do want to say to you guys is that if you are having trouble with an IPA, if you don't know exactly how to do it, if you are struggling with something, maybe a fear is holding you back, maybe anything in particular in this business at all whatsoever is like not, you're just scared or whatever you're struggling with, you have to come to us. We can't read your mind. We don't know what you're struggling with. We don't know where you need help on. We don't know what needs a better explanation until you ask us. Like we always say, like, no question is a dumb question. We want you to come to us, because whenever you aren't coming to us, whenever you're not active in the chat, whenever you're not showing up like you used to, we're like, hey, what's going on? Obviously, we want this for you, but we want you to want it more for yourself. But we're also like, well, you kind of got to come to us, or else we don't know what's going on in your life, personal life, business life, whatever in general. So I just kind of wanted to say that first. So I'm going to go into all the IPAs in detail, show you guys exactly how I do them, and then kind of just share my heart with you guys and all that type of stuff. So IPAs, I'm going to pull up just like an IPA list that I were to send you guys. I'll pull up the one that I did today. So self-development, it is so strong, so strong, and you need to be doing it every single day, regardless if you like to read books. Buy a book that's on personal development, anything that pertains to your life, leadership. Rachel Hollis is awesome. I'm reading a book that's about alcohol. It's not like I'm an alcoholic, but I just want to read it. Just like little different things that could pertain to your life, then read a book about it. You need to be growing your mind. It is so important. And you can't use an excuse as to why you're not doing it, because everyone in their life needs to up level. Everyone in their life needs to grow. Everyone in their life, daily lives, needs to work on a little piece of the puzzle to themselves. And whenever your business is not flourishing, and whenever you aren't where you want to be, and you're like, what's wrong? Take a step back and work on yourself. And whenever we say to work on yourself, you're like, well, how am I going to work on myself? And what am I going to do? Just leave my business in the dust? No. Watch how much your business jumps whenever you focus on yourself. Bree, she's not on here right now. She's at the beach. And I told her, don't worry about it. But she joined me in May. And she had so many fears that held her back, so many opinions of others that were so rude that would say to her, so many people that tried the products and be like, I don't feel anything. So many things happened to her. And I was like, you know what, July, let's focus on you. Truly focus on you, your growth. Let's get a good book. I'll read it with you. Because whenever you come to me and like you say like, I need to unplug, or I need to do this or whatever, I'm going to say, okay, let's break it down. I'm just at a training on this. Let's break it down. Let's see exactly what's wrong. Let's see exactly where we need to work on, so that we can grow and up level in that area, and watch how much your business then up levels. We focus on herself, July. She's having her highest sales month. And our main goal this month was to focus on her, not her business, her. So if you are not doing self-development, and there are some days where I try to get it in before Isabella wakes up. If I don't get up before she does, I'm cleaning the kitchen, I'm listening to a podcast. I cleaned my bedroom today. I listened to 3 trainings. I watched 3 trainings in the team chat because Katie, Linz, everyone has been doing them. I listened to 3 of them on top of a podcast. Don't say you don't have time. You have time. You have to use it wisely. It's so important, so important. And I cannot brag about that enough, because the day that I started implementing that every single day, making it a priority before my business, before anyone, because if I'm not pouring into me, I can't pour out. You can't. Watch a team training in the team page. Whenever I say that, you can literally anything that you are struggling on. I think there is literally 5 trainings on just what to do in your first 14 days. I'm pretty sure there's every training in the book about Instagram, Facebook, how to add people, how to unfollow people, how to create content stories, how to stop letting your fears control you, self-development books. There's literally every single thing in that team page. And if you are not utilizing it to your fullest advantage, then you're giving yourself a disservice. You're giving your business a disservice. And whenever you become a leader and you tell your team, hey, go on the team page, there's so many of these team trainings, because as you grow, there's going to be a lot of people under you. And granted, every single person you want to give your full attention to, you want to give your full time to, but you can't be like, hey, there's 5 trainings on how to follow people. This is my favorite one. I'll send it to you. And then a week later say, well, I'm still not good at following people. I don't know how to follow people. Well, you have to utilize your resources. You have to. There's so much good stuff. You can literally search on YouTube and search, I don't know, Thrive. There will be 10 million Thrive videos that pop up. There's so many. If you search on YouTube, Lindsay, Reed, Christina Brill, Courtney Glacier, she's with Thrive, but a separate organization. There's so many things. You have to utilize your resources. And not only is that growing your mind, but that's also helping you in your business. You're learning something about Thrive. You're learning something about network marketing. You're learning how to build. You're learning anything in this industry. You are learning every single time you watch a training. That's why we tell you that. Okay. So another thing that I always say is whenever I tell you to create new content, I am talking about stories. So, and it could be posts too. Every single day, probably like 2 days a week, whenever my house is, I talked about this before, but since we have new people, but like the day that I really clean my house and I like change something up about my house or take a different angle or something, since one of my 5s is home decor and house, I will go around my house and take just random little pictures to be able to post on my Instagram, since I love DIY projects. I love home decor. There, I literally just took 10 pictures of around my house when I cleaned. I have 2 months worth of pictures of my house to post in the future. And then there will be days where I get ready for the day and like we're going out somewhere. I will take a bunch of pictures with my Thrive, take a bunch of pictures of my Thrive products, and then take a bunch of pictures of myself around my house in different areas with Isabella, some without, some of the dogs, like anything in general. There, I have a month's worth of content. And I do that every single week so that I can switch it up and make it different, because I'm in a different outfit, a different part of my house, a different scenery. And there you go. There's all that new content for you to post pictures. So you're not like, oh my God, I don't feel like doing anything today. I don't want to get ready. I don't want to get off the couch. But you obviously need to show up for your business. Then you have a new content picture to post. And how I use my Instagram stories is I really am starting to love the Unfold app or just Instagram. I will just will post something on Instagram and like type something, save it, type something, save it, type something, save it. So it's like boom, boom, boom. And it's so easy. And then on the Unfold app, it is literally like giving you an entire story timeline. Like you post a picture, say what you want on it. Another picture, say what you want on it. It is so easy. But there you go. You can switch it up. I just created 2 opportunity stories for the week. So if you add in 2 different product stories, and then you add in 2 stories of you talking, taking your products, and then another story of you talking about the opportunity, what it has to offer, there's your week. New content. Don't make it so hard. It's so simple. This business is so simple if you really put your effort into it and use your time wisely. But you have to be creating new content. If you're still using content from July 4th, your followers are going to know. They're going to be like, oh, I saw this 10 times already. Let me keep on clicking through. Granted, maybe switch up a picture or 2, but don't use the same story 5 times in a row. And 3 months from now, if it could pertain to the same thing, use it. People haven't seen it for 3 months. But don't use the same opportunity posts, the same content stories, the same product stories for an entire month straight and then say, well, I don't have any new potentials. Well, they saw it 20 times. they already know what it is. If that caught their eye the first time, they probably would have messaged you after the third time you posted it. So that's why we're always telling you to create new stories and new content. So posting on both platforms. So that's literally me putting up a picture on my Instagram feed and putting up a picture with a caption on my Facebook feed. Facebook, I'm going to be completely honest, I'm not too good with, because I'm just never really on Facebook. Obviously, I go on Facebook for my IPAs and interact and stuff like that. But Instagram is like my jam. So I'm always on Instagram. So I post 2 pictures every single day on Instagram, and then I'll at least post 1 or 2 of the pictures on Facebook. I always post a picture in the morning, and I always post a picture in the evening, at night, or whatever, and I'm on my stories all day long. And I'm not telling you, you have to be on your phone all day long. No, I'm saying I wake up in the morning, I post a different thing of my products. So another thing is that if you are just like every single day, you're like, okay, here I am. I just woke up. I'm taking my capsules. Like, they're not going to be interested. You're going to be like, I jump out of bed in the morning to take my capsules. Like, they are literally my lifeline. They wake me up within minutes. They have 12 vitamins and minerals. Like, when are you ever going to feel your vitamins actually working? You know, I took vitamins for years and I didn't feel a difference. Now I literally take 2 capsules, easy peasy, first thing in the morning when you wake up, and boom, you feel bomb. Sound happy, sound energetic, sound exactly what they do for you. You can't go on and be like, I'm just taking my capsules, another day in paradise, you know? You have to just be happy, energetic, and excited to take on another day, because these products fuel your body's gaps. They're bomb. Share that they're bomb. Be happy about them. Be excited. And post them differently every single day. Some days I literally will just post the capsules. Some days I do an entire product, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, whatever, of the story of a products. And then some days I literally just post my DFT up in the air, like, thank God I have this because my house is a disaster. You have to switch it up different, because whenever people switch it up, like I'm like, what is she doing today? What's Lynn's doing today? Like, oh, Christina's at the beach. You know, I'm excited to watch their stories. I want to know what they're doing, because it's different every single day. Unfollowing people, there's so many different ways on how you can figure out who's unfollowing you. There's a bunch of unfollow apps, but although I don't think you are able to go like on the apps anymore and like figure out who's unfollowing you and like unfollow them from there. So what I have been doing is just kind of keeping up with who I follow. And then like whenever you go onto Instagram, if you see like following, you can change it to, sorry, it says like sort by default. You can change it to the earliest. So, or the latest, sorry. So yeah, it's the latest. So who I followed lately, and I will go on, see if I interacted with them in a while, like if like their stories, if they're active or whatever, like the past like 3 days, and then I'll go and see if they're following me back. If they're not following me back, I usually just unfollow. But if they are super active and they haven't followed me yet, and I wasn't really like building a connection with them or really interacting with them, then I will go on their stories and like say something to them or whatever to see if eventually they will follow me back. And if it's been a week and they didn't follow me back, then I'm just like, okay, bye, see you later. And I'll just go in and unfollow them. It's so easy to do it that way if you stay up to date on who you're following each week, because I usually will do my unfollows on Wednesdays and Sundays. So then every other day of the week, I'm following people, building those connections, and then I revisit it after a couple of days, go back, follow people, build the connections, and then revisit it. Because I just feel like that is the easiest for me, and that's the easiest way that I feel is more beneficial, rather than the apps and then Instagram puts you in jail, and it's just like a big fiasco. So that's just what I do. And then obviously, if you want to follow people, then you are going to want to, one, find someone that you vibe with, someone who, if you're a mom, follow moms. If you are a dog lover, follow another dog lover. If you are in nursing, or if you're a teacher, or if you're in school, or whatever, stay at home mom, whatever aspect that is, follow someone who you connect with, because it's going to be really hard to build a conversation with someone who is completely different from you. You're not going to really have anything to relate to. And then it's going to be hard to start that conversation, hard to keep a conversation going, rather than someone who loves golden retrievers. And I could be like, oh my God, is yours an a-hole too? Because mine are. Like, just like little things like that, it's easier to have a conversation with. So how I find those people is I will either go into, like, whenever I was visiting Shane, we were in New Hampshire. So I went on the New Hampshire location and sorted through all of the people that posted who lived in New Hampshire or visited there, because obviously they love the beach. I love the beach. And I followed the people who were moms, who were kind of like my age, who just seemed fun, whatever, who I like had a connection with, who I vibed with. And then that's how I found people in New Hampshire. You can literally search any location in the entire world. You want to find someone in California, type California, look at the people, follow some people. Or if what I also do is I will go on to, say, like, a celebrity. I don't know, like, I'm real into like The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. Well, whenever there'll be like little stories that they put up or something like that, I'll go into, if they post a new picture, I'll go on their likes, and then I will sort through their likes. And obviously there's millions of likes, but you're going to find a girl that you like vibe with, and then I will follow her and go into her likes and see the people who she like talks to, who are liking her pictures. If they're active and I think that they would want to do this business in the future, like little things like that, you can find so many different people from all around the world that you connect with. You just got to kind of dig and just think of or even hashtags. If you put hashtags, I know so many people get a bunch of followers from hashtags. You could literally search any hashtag and look for people and follow them. So there is that. And also, if you guys have any questions as I'm going through these, if you want me to elaborate a little bit more or anything at all whatsoever, please just type it in the chat and I'll answer them. So whenever we tell you to like interact with people and engage with people and, that whole aspect, we literally mean if there is a story that someone put up of their dinner, oh my God, that looks so good, can I have the recipe? Or if someone posts a picture of their daughter, oh my God, she's so cute, she's precious. Obviously, you don't want to be like a broken record or just like saying stuff to say stuff. But if it catches your eye, talk to them. Be your normal human being. They're not going to ask. Some people don't ask you about the business because they're scared. They're like, well, I've never talked to her. She just randomly followed me. Some people don't have no clue what network marketing is. No clue. Before, I had absolutely no clue at all whatsoever. 2 years ago, Christina followed me, and I'm like, she seems pretty cool. She's doing lives in her car all the time. And then literally I caught one live, watched the whole entire thing as she talked about how she could make this money, product she feels bomb, and I was like, okay, sold. I'm in. Stay-at-home mom, I'm in. Some people are scared, though, and don't reach out if they've never talked to you before. So that's why it's so important to build connections and to engage on other people's posts. And then the other one that I said today was just like kind of planning out your week and your goals. If you are not planning out your week, the Zooms, anything at all whatsoever, and like you're not setting little daily goals or weekly goals, what are you doing? Like, you have to be like aiming for something. You have to be running so hard for something, and whether that's not even business related or personally, like, start setting little goals for yourself. It's going to make a world of a difference. Another thing is content. This is content. All you have to do is post a picture. People like, some girls are literally looking for a community of friends. We are their community. Post this. Every single time you're on a work with me, post it. Tag us in the team. Tag the team. There's your content. Little things like that. People are looking for that. People want to know what you're doing. People want to know how your team works. Some people think, oh, I'm just in network marketing. I sign up and boom, I'm done. You know? Like, you have to show them that they're not alone. Show them that we work with you one-on-one. Show them that us as a little tribe, I'm pretty sure no one does this. No one does these little weekly Zooms. Do you want to know who does the weekly Zooms? Lynn's, Christina, but she's already 40K. Me and Haven started this when it was me, Haven, and Bree. She's not on here. And whenever us three first started, we started these weekly Zooms. 3 of us. We were like, nope, you know what? We're going to level up. We're going to grow, and we're going to figure it out. And ever since then, we have kept going, regardless of how small, how little, and our team is flourishing. We are literally growing as the seconds go by. We do everything that we can to pour into you guys, to level up as leaders ourselves, but we have to know what you're struggling with. We have to know what's going wrong in your business and your mindset. Okay, so that is kind of a little tidbit of all the IPAs. Obviously, if you have any questions about them, please type them in. And even if you're nervous, like you don't want to type them in like our overall group chat, text me or Haven separately. We will literally answer any question that you have, and we will literally tell you it in detail exactly how it is. Hold on one second. So I think that is really good. You always want to talk about posting different ways about your 3-step. And some days you can just start posting like your capsules. Some days you could just switch it up every single day, switch it up. I've been watching your stories. You are doing very, very good. As well as should I start doing daily goals? So you can, if you want to. I always set little daily goals for myself, regardless if that's even literally just talking to somebody new. Having a new connection, having a new conversation about the business, a new conversation about products, someone who is interested, that is a daily goal. Anything that you are doing to either, I don't even care if you have been so lazy for a freaking month and tomorrow you got up and started walking. That is a goal. That is something that you're doing to better yourself that's eventually going to better your business. Those are daily goals. It doesn't have to be like, okay, so today I'm going to get 5 customers, Set those little daily goals to where you can look at them every single morning and it could be different. And then at night, if you attain one of them and you set 5, pat yourself on the back. You're a step in the right direction. You are doing good. Don't be so hard on yourself. Okay. So we're going to go back to the basics, and I have not a lot to share, but a little bit to share about I think that sometimes we are, you have all these big goals. You set time limits on your life and yourself, and you shouldn't do that. And you're looking around at everybody else and instead of putting your blinders on. And I don't know. I think that fear creeps in, that lack of mindset creeps in, and just life happens. I mean, let's be real. And you wake up one day and you're like, what the heck? This was supposed to be the best month ever, and I'm not nearly where I wanted to be. And that's okay. There's 5 days left of this month. You know how much can change in 5 days? Wake up tomorrow morning, get your self-development in, post your products, post a cute picture, and win the day. And do that for the next consecutive 5 days. Build those relationships, build those connections, Follow new people. Get people interested. Guess how much can change in 5 days? A whole lot. So bringing it back to the basics, VIP 800. Make this week your goal. You're running so hard for that $400 bonus. Because what is a $400 bonus to, in 2 years, a $4,000 weekly paycheck? Stop running for a bonus, although I just told you to. But stop using that week of, I'm running so hard, I have a $400 bonus dangling in front of my face, and run like that every single week. Every single week, show up as if there's a $400 bonus dangling in front of your face that you could pay off debt, that you could put on your car, that you could pay all your bills for the month. Not really. Life's expensive, but like, stop using that mindset and make that every single week. That's why you're running so hard, because there's a bonus in front of your face. Run like that so hard, and you are going to see that $4,000 paycheck every single week in 2 to 3 years. So what? Is your first week a $400 bonus better than you keep running and you didn't hit it and you keep going, and there's so much more out there for you? What's really going to matter? And how proud of yourself are you going to be in 2 years whenever everything that life keeps throwing at you, everything? How's your life in 2 years going to look when you keep running, when you force yourself past all those fears, when you keep going, whenever life keeps knocking you down? You're going to be thankful you kept going. You're going to be so dang proud of yourself. So keep going. It's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. I always said to myself, oh my God, let me just get one promoter under me. When I get one promoter under me, my life's going to change. Then I got 2. And then I'm like, holy crap. Then I hit 4K. Then Haven hit 4K. Then Tyler hit 4K. And then our team just keeps exploding. And I'm like, holy crap. I have to level up in every area of my life. I'm so close to 12K. I still need to level up. So many life changes. Shane's back away at work. I'm juggling everything at my house by myself. Plus this business that just keeps growing. There's always going to be something that is holding you back. And you got to be like, bye. I'm coming back. I'm coming through again. There's always something. You just got to keep going, okay? So whenever you're looking at yourself and you're like, why am I not 4K yet? Why am I not seeing what I want to be seeing? Well, are you truly showing up as that leader? Are you truly showing up as a 4K? Because we always say that if your business isn't going to arrive at the destination until your mindset does. So you need to start showing up as a 4K leader, and then God's going to be like, okay, we're not going to give you 4K, we're going to give you 12K. I showed up consistently from January, and I think Haven came back in May. From January to May, I showed up every single day, running as if there was a $400 bonus in front of my face. And I didn't see any result until May. Look at us in July. That speaks volumes. That says something. So what you are planting today, the seeds, they're not going to sprout until a couple months down the road. Granted, some people come into this business and fly through because their family wants to buy every single product and friends and everything like that. 9 times out of 10, that's how they're hitting all those bonuses. That's how they're flying. And then a month later, whenever the family doesn't buy again, the friends are saying, I'm not into this anymore. Then they have nothing again. It's going to be a lot better whenever you go slowly appreciate what you have. If you aren't appreciating your $20 paycheck, you're not going to appreciate your $200 paycheck. And I learned that the hard way. If you don't appreciate your $100 paycheck, you're not going to appreciate your $1,000 paycheck. You are doing this from your phone, on your own time, an effort-based business. Okay? Are you consistent? Are you growing your mindset every single day? Are you excited and happy when you're on your stories? Are you truly doing the IPAs, or are you just clicking on our group chat and just, okay? Are you reading the IPAs list that we send you every single morning? Are you truly going through that and checking it off? Are you truly doing it to what you know that you're capable of doing? I promise you, whenever you start, your whole entire business is going to do a 360. You can't expect results if you aren't truly putting in the work. So like I said, the days I don't wake up before Isabella, I'm listening to a podcast, I'm listening to an audible. Use your time wisely. And another thing that is that when we unplug, and I think unplugging is crucial to your business. I think that you need at least 2 to 3 hours to just regroup, or even some days a whole day. Some days I take a whole day. You know, I was just on vacation and I was not posting a lot whatsoever. And I'm like, okay, I'm not unplugging for a week, like for a month. Like, I can't do that, you know? But I think that whenever you unplug, if you plan to unplug all day, post on your social media, unplugging, that's where they know that you didn't show up. And if you didn't, and you didn't think you were going to unplug for the whole entire day and you end up doing it, well, then the next morning say, I had a much needed unplug day, and say what you did. That's all you got to do. But if you are going to unplug, put your phone down. Why are you going to unplug and sit on your couch and scroll Instagram, scroll Facebook, scroll all your social media apps? Why'd you unplug? Why did you just unplug? You're still feeding yourself the negative stuff that's going on in the world. You're still not growing your mind. You're still not taking time for yourself and regrouping. When you unplug, fully unplug. And I learned that the hard way, and that's coming from my own experiences. I would be like, oh, I'm unplugging. But meanwhile, I just spent 3 hours on the couch scrolling Instagram. Do you know how much work I could have got done in those 3 hours instead of unplugging? All right. I don't know what else I have to say. Struggling. Okay. I think that's it. Let me look at my to next week we are going to be oh, okay. Yeah, that was another one that I didn't read. Okay, so the gratitudes, so I am are like affirmations. So it's like every single morning. I started doing this with Isabella, and I think it's like a great tool that every girl should do. So it's like, I am strong, I am beautiful, I am kind, I am smart. It's just like kind of speaking life into you, what you are. Like, I am a 12K leader. I am a 40K leader. I am in the best shape I've ever been. Like little things like that, like speaking where you want to be in your life, or what you want to feel every single morning, or just little things like that to yourself. So then, because every single day, whenever that makes it like a habit, in a month, you're going to be like, I'm beautiful. I already know that, you know, like, but it's just such a good habit to start doing. And gratitudes, we got this from Rachel Hollis, and what she did was she started like a gratitude journal, and every single morning she wrote down 10 things that she was grateful for from the day before. And there's actually a book. It is called The Magic And I want to say it might be like $15, not even, on Amazon. And it is, I think it's like 32 days. Wait, let me see. Sorry, guys. No, 28 days, because 28 days forms a habit. I think it's like 28 days full of little different things to do for gratitude. And it just shows you like the different ways of how to really count your blessings, how to look for your blessings every single day, and just little things like that. If you need something on self-development, I can tomorrow. What I will do is get like a list of all of my favorite self-development books, to where how I like really started getting into self-development, because I didn't until 2 years ago. And the two books that I started on that really made me fall in love with reading books, because I never read books at all whatsoever. I was like, I don't read books. It was the two of Rachel Hollis. What is it? Girl Wash Your Face and Girl Stop Apologizing. Those are literally the best books in the entire world. And if that's what I recommend to every single person who is like, I've never read a book before, I don't know what self-development is. And I'm like, okay, we're going to start there, because it's just like I was like, I can't read a book. Like, I'm never like interested. And then like the first time that I picked up Girl Wash Your Face, I literally could not put it down. So that's what I recommend the most. So that, but our Zoom next week, Bree Delaman, I am going to be kind of interviewing her, because she had like a breakthrough moment. And just, I always say, like Lindsay always says, like F a rank. It doesn't matter what rank you are. It doesn't matter what team sales you bring in. But if you really grew a lot as a person, and, just really started bettering yourself, then you deserve to be shown. And it's just incredible, her growth from May to July. And I think that it could really help you guys, because she had 2 solid months of letting opinions, fear, anything in the book hold her back. And she's really rocking it now. So that's going to be next week. But obviously, let me know. Yeah, I never read the books in high school either. Miss Pickett always knew too. But okay, so I think I'm done. Honestly, I don't know. If there's anything else, I'll like text it in the group chat. But so, and another thing, if you guys literally need anything at all, please message us. If you don't want to message in the entire group chat, please text us separately. We are here to help you. We don't know what you're struggling with until you come to us, and we only want the best for you. If you need to take a break, if you need to unplug, if you need whatever you need, then we are going to do that for you, and we're going to help you, and we're going to guide you, and we're going to tell you our experience with it, because 9 times out of 10, I went through it. Haven went through it when we first started too. So there is that. I am literally staying home. I only have to go grocery shopping. I am staying home this entire week. So if anybody wants to do a one-on-one, please let me know. Like I said last week, there is anything at all. Like if you need help with your Instagram, if you need help, anything, literally anything at all. We could do one-on-ones. I will help you in 3-way chats. I'm always here to help you bring in, like, talk to your potentials, customers, promoters, whatever. So please let us know. Thank you for coming on here tonight and showing up for yourself and your business. This deserves a pat on the back. And I don't know. I think that's it. That's about it. It's way past what we wanted to keep you guys, but it's always like that. So I hope everybody has a great night. Bye.